Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this. This is big. Ripple versus SEC. Judge Torres doctrine stands. XRP secondary sales are not securities. This has to do with the Binance SEC case. So in a major moment for the crypto industry, District Judge Amy Berman Jackson had agreed with Judge Torres' doctrine on XRP programmatic sales and secondary sales. Judge Jackson in the Binance versus SEC has dismissed the SEC's argument concerning secondary sales of BNB by sellers other than Binance. This is a major precedent for ongoing crypto cases in the United States. Coinbase, Kraken, and Consensus are likely to use this opinion to gain the upper hand in their lawsuits as well. That's how big that decision was that came out from Judge Torres last year, deeming XRP not a security. And we still have not even seen the value come from that yet. That is still to come. But again, this is great for the crypto industry. Now, in that last video, there was a couple things I forgot to mention, like this right here. Yes, Ripple collaborated with the Federal Reserve on updating domestic payments, and the IMF has a diagram that directly connects RippleNet to FedNow as a DLT integrated platform. So you see it right here. DLT platforms, RippleNet, IBM WorldWire, card networks, FedNow, commercial banks. Like I said, any crypto company, any crypto network that is working with IBM, they are going to be part of the new financial system. I said that multiple times because IBM is going to be at the heart of this also. But this shows you ties between Ripple and FedNow. This also comes from smoke. By the end of this year, 2024, 50% of all U.S. banks and credit unions will be up and running with FedNow, with one major retailer expected to go live with FedNow in 2024. Instant payments will become a reality in the United States. Once again, 2024. In June, stablecoins will become regulated. Bridge goes live in 2024 also. And FedNow is launching full scale this July 2024. Stablecoins will be moving real value. You're going to have stablecoins being utilized and also XRP as well. This is all happening this year. Like I keep telling you, everybody's pointing it out. They're saying, pay attention to this year. If you don't sit on the sidelines waiting to get invested in 2025 or 2026, you will be too late. XRP Ledger ready to adopt tokenized gold and silver in Q3 of 2024. Meld Gold will release 2 new stablecoins delivering fungible gold and silver assets on the XRP Ledger in Q3 of this year. Ripple president added that Ripple is exploring various opportunities for tokenization on the XRP Ledger. So we see a lot going on with the XRP Ledger right now. I think we're also going to see a major uptick in tokenization throughout the rest of this year also. Ripple partners, Zonix, and its ecosystem, Ripple Custody, Amazon, Coinbase, etc., tokenization of real-world assets, carbon credits and ESG, digital properties, financial instruments, real estate, etc. Look at the Zonix ecosystem. It also ties in Hedera as well, and Polygon, and Ethereum. But you know, this is going to become something so big, so quick. I think it's going to start to happen really quick throughout the rest of this year. Like I said, the calm before the storm was the first half of 2024. Mica implemented today. The shipfluencer said Tether would fall. Let's all watch. Let me tell you something about Tether. We know it cannot pass Mica regulations. And I never said Tether was going to fall day one. It's going to happen over time. We already see what happened in the EU with the exchanges getting rid of Tether in the EU. Same thing's going to happen in the rest of the world. Mica is live, along with recent statements from the SEC and CFTC. Mica will really set the tone for crypto regulation globally. Take a listen.
Question is, how do you think other regions will look to regulate crypto?
So I feel Mica, along with the recent statements from the SEC and CFTC, will really set the tone for crypto regulation globally. This is that crypto assets and the digital asset industry as a whole needs to meet the same standards in such things as governance, transparency, and prevention of market abuse that applies to traditional marketplaces. For market abuse more specifically, it's going to be very similar to the impact of MAR when that came in the EU as well. The additional detail provided by the Mica rules and the practical steps in their eventual application are going to be watched very tightly by, I would say, almost every other jurisdiction in the world as they're writing their own crypto regulations right now.
Like I said, every single country is going to have very similar regulations to Mica, because when it comes to cross-border payments, you cannot have different regulations going from one country to another. So, okay, we know Tether cannot pass Mica regulations. So globally, when every single country has similar regulations, what do you think happens to Tether? It's not going to happen day one. It is going to happen gradually as country after country puts regulations in place. Now, I kept telling you the narrative is shifting around Bitcoin, but people right away say I'm totally wrong on this. Well, Peter Thiel's position on Bitcoin in 2018. Bitcoin is the digital equivalent to gold. It's a hedge against a failing economy. Money is the bubble that never pops. Doesn't want to try and time the market. Price at the time was $8,300. Here's Peter Thiel now. Bingo, the Bitcoin Trojan horse emerges. Take a listen.
But then there, probably the part where I'm less convinced of is this question of the sort of ideological founding vision of Bitcoin or these cryptocurrencies as sort of a cypherpunk, crypto-anarchist, libertarian, anti-centralized government thing. This is always the line.
Isn't that what got you interested in the first place?
That's what I thought was terrific about it, and
that's probably what brought most of you to crypto as well, because it was the wild, wild west. It was somewhere where you came and you put money in, knowing that you could get massive gains from your investment. But that is changing. Let's continue.
The question is, does it really work that way? Or has that thread somehow gotten lost? And so when people in the FBI tell me that they'd much rather have criminals use Bitcoin than $100 bills, it suggests that maybe it's not quite working the way it was supposed to.
Have you sold any of your Bitcoin?
I still hold some. There are all these ways I didn't buy as much as I should have, and I'm not sure it's going to go up that dramatically from here.
From here?
Yeah, I think we got the ETF edition, and I don't know who else buys it quickly from here.
Some interesting investment advice. That actually surprised me because I don't think I've heard you. I thought you were still all in.
I still have a small position. It probably still can go up some, but it's going to be a volatile, bumpy ride. And I had a dual reason. One was this sort of, ideological, decentralized future of computing world that I really do believe in, really believe would be better. And it seemed like the perfect vehicle for that for such a long time. And I am just much less convinced of that. And so
Interesting.
So maybe Larry Fink with the BlackRock ETF surrendered to the forces, the anti-ESG forces, or maybe it's more like Bitcoin's been co-opted by them, and I worry it was more the latter.
He's even worried about BlackRock getting involved with Bitcoin. Like I was saying all along, BlackRock is the Trojan horse for Bitcoin. And that's why I urge people, once we get this last major run up on Bitcoin, if you're a retail investor, I would run. I would get invested into utility. Utility is the future. Every single bank is telling you this, including BlackRock. So why would you stay invested in Bitcoin? I think Bitcoin needs to fall as the new financial system rises. It's the same reason that they've been telling you going forward, it's only used for illicit activity. It's no longer a store of value. Gold is a better store of value. Gold is the future, not Bitcoin. You see the narrative shifting. You see the big banks telling you what's coming. And he hit it right on the head. If it was still the way it used to be, the wild, wild west of crypto, sure, stay invested in Bitcoin. But now that everything is becoming centralized more and regulations are coming, things are going to change very fast. And any retail investor that works a 9-to-5 job hoping to get rich, they're just not going to get rich in Bitcoin going forward. That's what I see coming. Oh my God, boom, this is huge. The United States Supreme Court just took out all government officials' power. Take a listen to this.
This is a sweeping decision by the Supreme Court to overturn what's called the Chevron precedent here. The reason it's significant is because it has enormous implications for the administrative state in the United States of America and all federal agencies and their ability to interpret the law. What the Chevron precedent was a 1984 case from the Supreme Court which held that in absence of other information, courts should give deference to administrative agencies' interpretation of the law. That gave a huge area of wiggle room for federal agencies to interpret what Congress meant when it passed given laws, if there was any gray area in those laws. What the Supreme Court is now saying this morning in a 6-3 decision is that courts may not defer to an agency interpretation of the law simply because a statute is ambiguous. Chevron, they say, is overruled. Again, that is a 6-3 decision.
So going forward, Gary can no longer tell you what the law is. It's now up to the courts. And this is another big win for crypto. No more crushing crypto, using enforcement to press laws. And now things are going to start to turn around. And that's a good thing. The future is going to be so freaking insane with these new digital technologies. Do you think people are brainwashed now? Wait till all this has reached full-scale implementation. The Internet of Bodies. I thought this was great, and I wanted to share it with all of you because this is the future that is coming. So you see, the implant, depression, headache, augmented reality contact lens, wearable UV monitor, pacemaker, electronic tattoo, microchip implants, smartphone with health apps, self-lacing shoes. Even with babies, you're going to have Bluetooth, connected diapers, wearable baby monitor, temperature sensing pacifier, anti-drowning monitor, sleep tracking onesie. This is the future that they're already trying to put in place. Internet connected scale, internet connected toilet, sleep sensing mattress, electronic health records. Your health records are going to be tied to your digital ID. Same thing with your work history. This is what they're already planning for us. When the World Economic Forum says Internet of Bodies, this is what it looks like. And I thought I would share it with all of you because, you know, if you look at this, people keep saying, well, we need technology to push ahead. We need this to happen as soon as possible. But I think they're fast tracking some things way too quick. Every single thing you buy today now gets connected to the Internet of Things. And, you know, you buy an appliance, and sure, it's great to have the app. It tells you when your washer stops. It tells you when the dryer stops. It tells you how cold the refrigerator is. But where do we draw a line and take a step back for a minute before we push ahead way too quick? Look what's going on with AI as well. But they want to have all this put in place by 2030. And, you know, I've been thinking a lot about the last debate, this election debate, you know, between Trump and Biden. And I honestly think we are watching a movie unfold. You know, Biden had to come in and slow everything down. Things were moving way too quick back in 2020. It had to slow down. Things had to get put in place. COVID fast-tracked everything over the last, you know, almost 4 years now. And now it's time for Trump to come back again because now we're ready to push ahead once again. And it's like a movie. And the movie already, you could see the ending already, but yet you're just waiting for it to play out. And it ends with a new financial system. It also could be ending with 15-minute cities and things like this, the Internet of Bodies, and a technology world where everything is tracked. Your whole life is monitored. And, you know, even though we all want to get rich off of XRP, I would rather see them fix the current financial system using XRP than bring on this whole new digital world. And I said that multiple times because we have no laws in place to protect us from what's coming. And, you know, if you don't have laws to protect you, governments are going to use this technology to enslave you. And I just wanted to touch on that really quick at the end of this video, because I still see the movie playing out. And, you know, at first it was like a mystery. You didn't know what was going to happen with XRP. You didn't know what was going to happen with these ISO cryptocurrencies. But it's no longer a mystery anymore. Now we're just going to watch ourselves get rich from here. That's what I see coming. That's the ending of the movie, and us avoiding a CBDC. Because I really do not believe rich people are going to live under a CBDC. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.